Hey kids, come on, Lily. Oh, Jesus. It's like a bull in a china shop sometimes. Hey kids, how's everybody out there in YouTube land? January 21, 19. January 21st, 2019. I just feel at my age, I'm beginning to appreciate every single day. I just think it's amazing. 2019. Next year will be 2020. Well, never thought I'd see these days. Never thought I did. I thought for sure I'd have burnt out a long time ago. Anyhow, beautiful sunset shaping up this evening. Give you a little bit of an intro to it. There you go. It's beginning to look nice. Sun's kind of up in some clouds right now, which means it's going to get bright and sunny here. Too bright to really film for a little while. We'll let it get low and then we'll be able to film some more. But shaping up to be a beautiful sunset. Hey Marie, how you doing, darling? Good to see you. Little view of the harbor this evening. Martin Luther King Day. That's right, Brother Martin today. Martin Luther King Day. I have a dream. Most famous speech. I was reminded by my good buddy, my good friend, to say something about Martin Luther King tonight. And I want to reach out and thank him for the reminder, because Martin Luther King held some values pretty dear that I think we need more of, obviously, in our society today. I really do. I think we need more more of some of the things that he dreamed about people getting along and stuff, patience and tolerance and acceptance and love and you know, all these great values, and they killed them for it. You know, they killed them for that. Crazy world that we live in. You get somebody who professes doing something good for others, much like much like myself. A lot of simulations there. But yeah, hey Az, how you doing? Hey Teutonic, what's going on, brother? Hello Marie. Yeah, a lot of similarities can be drawn there. Simulations. I've been getting a lot of crap for it, and yet that's the way I've been talking. You know, I always try to tell people take good care of one another and to try to take care of your fellow man and put a little human in your being and provide a little service to your community. And for that, I get a lot of crap. Well, Martin Luther King talked about a lot of those same values, and for that, he got killed. Is that my future? Maybe. Maybe some whack job troll person will decide to go too far someday. I'm scratching her back right now, and she's just loving it. I'll see if I can get the camera around so you can see my hand is down here on her back. And you can see the reaction on her face. She's just like, oh yeah, that feels so good. Oh yeah. Oh man. Oh Ed, don't even start. No, I'm not comparing myself to Martin Luther King. I am nowhere near that kind of a person. Get down. Get down. But there are some similarities. So yeah, I guess in some ways I am comparing myself in some ways. I wish I was a better person like the good Dr. Martin Luther King. I wish I was a bit more better person than him. But you know, he talked a lot about tolerance, especially in regards to prejudice and you know, accepting people of other colors. I'm one of the least prejudiced people that I know, actually. I don't care what color you are. I really don't care. To me, color has no bearing. People are either beautiful or they're not. And I'm not talking about, you know, the surface beauty. I'm talking about inner beauty. They're either beautiful people or you're not a beautiful person, you know. Of course, there's all shades of gray in that, you know, all different varieties of that. But I think considering it's Martin Luther King Day, it's a good topic for us to talk about this evening, about tolerance and acceptance and, you know. And actually, Marie, I'm glad you're here, because along those lines, I want to stop using the term trash people in regards to the trolls. For whatever reason, these misguided souls think that they need to take me down or hurt me or what have you, but I am going to try to take the high road and try to understand and appreciate what they're doing, and offer a bit more acceptance. So try to hold out another carrot stick to them, another an open hand, you know. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. So moderators, today, if you would, try to be patient with the trolls. See that? I almost did that. Almost became bad habit. Just ticked in Dusseldorf. Tomorrow the boat show. Hey, Teutonic, well, you there? Stop and say hello to my buddy Bob. Bob Bitch and his wife Jody are at the boat show right now. Dusseldorf Boat Show, largest boat show in the world, is going on in Dusseldorf right now. I forget what booth they're at. They don't have their own booth. They're sharing a booth with somebody else there at the Dusseldorf Boat Show. But if you run into Bob Bitchin from Cruising Outpost Magazine, tell him Carl said hello. So, hey Pilot, hey Andy, how you doing, man? Yep, all right, all the mods are rolling in. Anyhow, just like I thought, that sun's now getting down below the clouds and it's getting kind of bright out here again. Been a chilly day, as you can tell. I've got a flannel lined extra shirt on, so you'll do small. Oh, there you go. Yeah, it's been a chilly day today. The wind's kind of dropped off, so it's not too breezy right now. And the sun came up and it got a little bit warmer midday, but right now it's about 65 out here, 63. We had 59 this morning on the boat. 59 degrees this morning. It was chilly. When I took Miss Lily for her morning walk this morning, it was chilly this morning. And with all the rain we had yesterday, I had an inch of water in the dinghy. So not only was I cold, but I had to go barefoot all the way over to the dinghy dock, and then had to have wet feet in my sneakers while I took her for her walk this morning. So what's on tap for today? Hey, Andy. No, we were just talking about Martin Luther King and you know, his dream and his passion for acceptance and tolerance, and I'm going to try to put a little bit of that in my being this evening. So 24 there, huh? But hey, John Harris, how you doing, man? Yeah, it's 64 or thereabouts. We got down to 59 last night. We hit up to about 72 today for a high, 73 maybe. But it's a beautiful evening this evening. Just a beautiful evening. Let me show you see if I can get a little bit of sunset. There's the sunset developing. Still a little bright, sun's up kind of high, but it's getting there. A little too bright to aim the camera at too long. It'll burn my camera lens out. Interesting morning this morning when I took Miss Lily to go ashore this morning. The sun was coming up in the east and the moon was setting in the west. And I could see the full moon and the sun at the same time. I don't think I've ever seen that before in my lifetime that I can remember. Probably have, but not that I can remember. So anyhow, that was pretty cool. I woke up to 3 inches and it warmed up to 9. Huh, okay. Well, I'm not even gonna go there. I'm not even gonna go there. Oh, 3 degrees. Okay, I thought it said 3 inches. I thought you were talking about something completely different, Coyote. Boat user, yes, we had leftover beef stew for dinner this evening. That's correct. I had beef stew last night, and I had beef stew today for dinner. So, hey, Smoking, what's up? The T's embrace hate. Well, I understand that, Marie, but we're still going to be tolerant. I understand that. But in memory of Martin Luther and in honor of his name, we're going to accept, we're going to have some acceptance. So if we get people getting on here and being troll-like, let's give them some leeway tonight if we can. To the point, well, I mean, if they start getting to be too disruptive, obviously we'll have to deal with it. But moderators, if you would, let's show a little patience. Let's put a little human in our being today and be a little patient with them. No, we're not embracing hate, Marie. We're just going to have a little patience today, that's all. Hey, Mary Matthews, how you doing? So, oh man, yesterday, what a relief for me yesterday. I was, to be honest with you guys, kind of freaking out. The larder in the boat was getting kind of bare. I was impressed for a moment. The larder was getting kind of bare, and fortunately, Mr. Morgan came in, and bless his soul, helped me cover the rest of the phone bill and the mooring ball payment this month. So, Morgan, once again, thank you, brother. I really appreciate it, and to all the other folks that have kicked in and donated recently, and way back, all the people that have contributed along the way. But it was a real relief to me last night to get such a generous donation. And yeah, Smoking, I agree. Let's just all get along, right? It was great to receive such a generous donation, and it took the pressure off me. What it did, guys, it bought something that surprisingly could be bought pretty cheaply. But it bought something that is absolutely the most precious commodity in the world for me. It bought time. It bought me time. It bought me a month, and I'm not wasting that month. I'm putting that month to good use. Busted my butt today working on stuff, real estate stuff. Unfortunately, the post office wasn't open today, so I couldn't take stuff to the post office, but I got a bunch of stuff going to the post office tomorrow. First thing in the morning, I'm going to walk to the post office and get a bunch of stuff mailed out towards my business, and going down the line and doing what I need to do to get it taken care of. But yeah, so it was awesome from that standpoint. So Morgan put up a video today. Yes, he did. For those of you guys that don't know, Morgan has a YouTube channel, and I had trouble finding it under just his name, Morgan. I'm friends with him on Facebook, so I was able to find it that way. He put a post on his Facebook page. Nice guy, really nice guy. He's going to be starting a channel where he's RVing, driving around the country in a recreational vehicle. So that should be kind of interesting. I mean, there's a few channels like that, but he looks to be a bit of a character, so it'd be interesting to follow along. How do I drain the dinghy? Andy, what I do is I go to the marina and, okay, I'm a big, strong guy, so I just pull the dinghy up onto the dock. I just literally manhandle the dinghy, bring it up on the dock and hold the bow up. I pull the plug out of the back and hold the bow up. I just literally put the whole dinghy up on the dock, up out on the dry then, and then drain the water out of it and put the plug back in and shove it back into the water. It's not what I would recommend for most people, but because, the dinghy does, I mean, it's a pretty heavy dinghy and motor and all. I bet you it's, 500-600 pounds, but, I just grabbed it and pulled it up on the dock and lifted the bow up and drained it out. So takes a little bit of muscle, but that's what I did. So wrong king, Martin, not Rodney. There you go, Calvin. Hey, same sentiment though, right? Same sentiment. I mean, Rodney King was on the right track. Can't we just all please get along? We need more patience, and we need more acceptance of people who think differently than us. So with the motor attached, yes, with the motor attached. Yep, I just pulled it up on the dock. Motor all, well, okay, I have, let me show you here, Rosie. Lily, get down. Lily, you're in the way. All right, go get on the boat. Go on. Okay, so you see I have the cooler in there, and that cooler's full of fishing gear. So I took the cooler out to lighten up the load, but then, yeah, that's Rosie, my dinghy, my rib, and a 3.3 horsepower Mercury. And yeah, I just simply grabbed it by the bow and pulled it up on the dock. It's not, whoop, sorry about that. Look at you guys way down there. There you go. It's not that difficult, surprisingly. So it made it easy. Pulled it up on the, oh, I'm getting my butt wet. Why is the seat wet? Huh. The seat behind me was wet. Drain the dinghy, phrasing. Gavin. It's all right, brother. Remember we said tolerance tonight. So, hey, Bermuda, how you doing, ma'am? Yeah, it's been kind of chilly down here, actually. Been kind of cool. We were at 59 this morning. We're about 65 or so, 60, I don't know, 64, 65, something like that this evening right now. And I guess we're going to go back down to 64. I understand it's going to drop another couple of degrees today, and then we're going to get better tomorrow. Uh-oh. Cut my fingernails, and it makes it hard to do this. Hey, Pilot. Cheers, brother. Oh, I thought the dog was going to jump on my back. Anyhow, the sun is really bright, right in a bad spot right now. So give us a little bit and we'll have a good sunset. Oh man, yeah, I am so glad I am not up at my Alaska home. I did have to kind of laugh though. My son Vincent's wife's brother, Paul, I think it was Paul, put a post up something about it was warmer in Alaska than it was in Ohio today. Anchorage, Alaska was warmer than Lancaster, Ohio today. So I thought that was funny. But you know, that often happens. But of course, at this point up in Alaska, it starts warming up. January and February in Alaska aren't all that bad. November and December, it really is cold up there in November and December. Through November, end of November, early December, you know, that's when we usually have that 3 weeks of -30 nonsense. We'll have 3 weeks in a row where it doesn't get below -30 or warmer than -30. So, so yeah, so it stays pretty cold, -50 to -30, somewhere in there. So, Morgan did not buy an RV. He was just talking about the channel he's putting together. Hey, Bill, how you doing, brother? I saw you sitting there on the deck a little bit ago. I was wondering if you was watching or not. For those of you guys that know Bill, there's Bill right there. If you look carefully, you can see Bill right there. Oh man, it's good having neighbors, good having friendly neighbors. Good having, oh man, okay, we're getting a little bit of color now. I gotta show this to you. Look at that, huh? Look at that, isn't that getting pretty? Spruce Knob, West Virginia, -9 this morning. Oh wow, that's cold. Oh, you just got on. All right, Bill. Yeah, Bill does. He's got a very nice catamaran, a Voyage 380. So, yes, Billy, even you. Yes, Billy, even you. 65 here tomorrow, hit 30 last night. There you go. Yep. Hey, Chief, what's going on, brother? How you doing? How you doing? So, yeah, look at that beautiful sunset shaping up. This morning reminded me of Mississippi, Tupelo. Yeah, not quite spelt that way, but okay. Anyhow, I missed the morning net actually this morning. I was so involved in what I was working on today, I completely missed doing the morning net this morning. I broadcast it yesterday, but this morning I just completely missed listening to it. So, oh, dog. Anyhow, so the sunset's forming up pretty nicely. We'll get another look at it here again in a second. I have spots in my eyes now from looking at it for you guys. So, oh, and that's what we did today. We focused on real estate stuff and getting that kind of stuff worked. Work down below. Work down below. I did come up on deck, wash dishes today. That was a big job. I was way behind in dish duty. So, especially after I got done with that beef stew, I had to clean up all my stuff from making the beef stew. There's a YouTube channel called The Art of Hooky. He did a video about trolls, funny as heck. Huh? Okay. I did not provision. No, Andy. What I had, I provisioned the other day. I did a little mini provision the other day. You know, I haven't been feeling good. I've been kind of sick, so I came to the conclusion it was, you know, it's been all the crap food I've been eating. When you live on a boat, you have a tendency to eat a lot of crap food. And so I bought the other day. I bought some turnip and parsnip, and some potatoes and onions, and a piece of beef chuck, and some, let's see, I got some oregano and some basil and some garlic powder and salt, and I put all that together and made myself an awesome beef stew. Absolutely awesome. So I had beef stew for dinner last night, and as much as I tried, as hard as I tried to make beef stew for one, I ended up making beef stew for two. Well, really three, actually. But beef stew certainly for two at least. Two with real hearty appetites, three easily. So anyhow, I had beef stew for dinner last night. I had beef stew for dinner again this evening. And I felt good, felt good to eat something really wholesome and healthy and just yummy. And just, I mean, yummy as all get out. So everything nice and fresh and well made and seasoned perfectly. And you know, my recipe that I normally make. I've made 2 videos of me making the beef stew, so I did not record me doing it again, but it was nice to actually do some cooking on the boat. I mean, you know, putting stuff together, not just you know, frying bacon and eggs, or you know, putting a piece of meat up on the grill or something. You know, it was actual cutting up, chopping up, putting it in, having to season whatever, and you know, make something, taking components and assembling them into something better. So castor oil a day keeps, I'd rather see the doctor than drink castor oil. No, seriously, I don't drink castor oil, no. I don't even know, can you even find castor oil anymore? I guess you could, but I don't know. I do not know. I don't think I've ever seen castor oil. I was actually looking at the grocery store the other day for some echinacea. I didn't see any echinacea for sale either. So for those of you that don't know, echinacea is a natural plant that really helps with your immune system, helps strengthen your immune system. So Bermuda, I have made bread on boats before. This boat does not have an oven, so I cannot bake on this boat. And let me tell you something, I am really missing an oven. There's a lot of stuff that I would like to cook that I cannot cook because I don't have an oven to cook in. Bread, paramount amongst those. But I mean, you know, just little stuff, treats, you know, making cookies, making brownies, you know, trying to make a casserole, or bake some scones, or I saw a recipe that came out here the other day where a lady was making English muffins. I thought that'd be nice, make my own fresh English muffins and stuff. So you know, that kind of stuff. I really wish I did have an oven, but the fact is I don't have room for an oven. There's really no place on my boat to put an oven, so I do not have an oven. And I'm not going to worry about putting an oven on this boat. I'm going to worry about buying an oven that has a much bigger boat wrapped around it already. So, I mean, that's kind of direction we're going anyway. Whoop. Little dinghies going by. Lily's got to race up to the bow and check them out. T section, okay. Oh. I'd rather a Pennzoil. Okay, as a kid, a sick mom gave you castor oil. All right. Rigging doctor's video on making bread in a pot on the stove. Yeah, that could be done, Patrick, with a Dutch oven, with a cast iron Dutch oven. That could be done. Walmart website advert says they have castor oil. I don't know. There you go. Walmart's got castor oil. Huh. Yep. I'm not going to go get any. And there's really no Walmart here in the Florida Keys. So. Do you have room for a desktop bread maker? No, that's the problem, Andy. I just don't have room for any kind of countertop appliances. As it is, I had to move the ice maker into the bathroom so I could have not have to move 10 things every time I want to get into the refrigerator. Look at that sunset developing now, guys. That's pretty. The sun is just a fireball back there behind that sailboat. Let me get, I don't know if you can kind of see that. You can see the fire of the sun underneath the guy's boom there. Looks kind of interesting. You can see the sunshine blowing up on the cloud. Let's try zooming in a little bit. There we go. See how still I can hold this. I can't. The wind's moving the boat around. but that's kind of neat. Yeah, I'm trying to hold it so you guys can get a screenshot, pilot, but it's just anyhow. Is my boat battery holding charge? Yes. Yes. Yeah, the boat battery, I'm down to one battery. I've lost one battery. The main engine start battery is no longer functioning, but the other battery is holding up just fine. And it's fine. I can run with that for a while now. I really don't use the boat battery very much. I charge a phone up at night with it, and I use the cabin lights down there below a little bit at night. But I really don't use the battery very much on the boat. So Jesus is Lord, stay close to God and repent, you must be born again. Okay, well, there you go. Okay, did you see the blood moon last night? Unfortunately, it clouded over. It clouded over just before the eclipse started, and we had cloud cover over it, so we missed the eclipse last night. Was not able to watch it. So your barbecue grill make an excellent oven. I use mine all the time, not to heat up the cabin. Oh, okay. I hadn't thought about cooking inside that, but again, you would need to have some sort of a Dutch oven or something in there to bake with. So desktop bread maker or ice maker space, something to consider for your refit series. I'm not going to do a refit series well, I'm going to do a refit series on this boat, but I'm not going to be worrying about doing that kind of stuff on the boat. I'm going to be fixing this boat up and trying to restore it to its natural state, to its original condition, sans the engine. I'm going to get rid of the ferryman and repower it, I think, with a Yanmar. But other than that, I'm going to try to keep everything as original as possible. Except for the engine, except for the cooktop. And the head, of course, I've already changed the head out. But now I'm just going to be a matter of cleaning up, spiffing it up, making it look good so I can give it to my grandkids. While I enjoy something that looks, well, a bit more like that. Like that, or like that. Or there's a bunch of cats here in the harbor, so old codger, I'm a friendly troll. Okay, well, as long as you behave yourself and stay friendly, no problem. I said I'm going to be tolerant this evening, but if people get on here and start being buttheads, they're gone. Yeah, probably a 3YM. So yeah, I don't think it's 20. I think it's what, 18, 15 or 18 horsepower Yanmar. Right now, this boat only has a 12 in it, so going to 18 would be a big improvement, and changing over the 2-blade prop to a 3-blade feathering prop would help as well. So you could use an Instant Pot, can do about everything. Yeah, Craig, it's just the problem is space. The problem is space. I don't have room for it on the counter. I don't have room to store it. That's where a bread maker doesn't do me any good. You know, a countertop oven, you know, I thought about a toaster oven or something like that. I just don't have any place to put one. My counter is already too full. You know, you've got the refrigerator, which has which opens through the countertop. You have to lift the lid in the countertop to go down in the refrigerator. Then I've got about 18 inches of available counter space, and then the sink, and then the stovetop. That's it. So before, I had the ice maker in that 18-inch space, but then I could never use that 18-inch space for anything. So now I keep a bin on that 18-inch space with my fruit in it, and if I have to do something, I just have to pick up one bin and move it, and now I have some counter space to work with. So if I were to have a bread maker or a toaster oven or something like that in that space, I wouldn't have any place to put my fruit, unless I'm covering up the refrigerator, and then I got to move everything around every time I try to get in the fridge, and it's not worthwhile for me. So, hey Morgan, brother, how you doing, man? Thank you again, Morgan. You really saved my butt this month, my friend. I really appreciate that. After all this time, does Lily still think you are talking to her when live streaming? Boat user, she does, yeah. She's kind of gotten over it. She ignores me a bit more now. But yeah, there's times when she thinks so. So Rick on Sophisticated Lady just put a 3-bladed folding prop on a nice piece of hardware. Yes, they are. Very nice piece of hardware. So, yep, there's Morgan. Good guy, Morgan. Hey, Morgan, I subbed your channel today. Guys, if you want, click on Morgan's name. Just click on Morgan's little, thing there in the chat, and you can go to his channel. If you click on Morgan, it'll bring up, go to his channel and subscribe, and then you can come back and rejoin the live stream. So go over there and subscribe to him. So Billy, I'm not going to have this conversation go into that kind of nonsense. Not going to deal with that here publicly. Tolerating you being on the channel does not mean I'm going to be cajoled into that kind of argument. 17 minutes ago, the new video popped right up. Yeah, his new video is pretty cool. So it's intriguing, actually. It makes me interested to see what else he's going to come up with. Morgan looks like he's quite the character, so it'll be interesting to see what develops from that. So yeah, go ahead and sub Morgan's channel. You know, I've always been good at that. I've always been supportive of people, wanting them to come on and get some subs in from me, get their channel, help their channel get built up. Unfortunately, it seems like every time I've done that, that person's turned around and just stabbed me in the back. But oh well, it is what it is. So patience and tolerance today, guys. We're going to follow Brother Martin Luther King's guidance and deal with a little patience and tolerance today. So I guess Morgan is going to be doing videos. Yeah, he's going to be doing videos. He's going to be doing an RV channel with him driving a recreational vehicle. So it'll be interesting to see what comes from that. So I think at this point everyone's sort of interested in seeing what Morgan may come up with. I know I am. So, and like I said, great day today. Started out chilly and wet with wet feet from the dinghy having a bunch of water in it, but got the dinghy cleaned out, got back to the boat, did a lot of real estate work. Was able to take a deep breath and relax a little bit today, which got me focused and working again. It's amazing to me how, well, I'll tell you the analogy. I just saw this the other day. It was a great analogy. Imagine filling up, well, for example, imagine a beer, holding a beer. Hold the beer out straight in front of you. Not a big deal. You can hold it there, no problem. Keep holding it there. You keep holding it there, your arm starts to get tired. Keep holding it there. As you keep holding it there, your arm really gets tired. If you keep holding it there too long, your arm will get numb. Your arm will get so numb you won't be able to use your arm for anything else for a while. It just gets atrophied from trying to hold that up there. Well, this worrying about stuff and being concerned about stuff and stressed about stuff, it's like holding that beer out there. You hold it out there so long, you get stressed for so long, you eventually get to the point where you just become atrophied. And to be honest with you, I was beginning to go down that rabbit hole. I really was. I was beginning to just get so, focused on really, I mean, to be honest with you, in the overall scheme of things, really minor financial problems. But it was affecting my ability to think clearly and move forward on other things. And so what Morgan and the other folks that donated to me yesterday, last couple of days, have done is they've bought me that time, which is very important. The most precious commodity we have is time. But they also bought me that ability to refocus and say, okay, I got a month. What am I going to do with this month? How can I best use this month? What's the most important thing for me to do at this moment to make the best use of that month? And so that's where we're going with it. So we'll see. So anyhow, worries a state of mind, and you are so positive. I try to be, boat user. I try to be positive. It's not easy all the time. Make nice spicy chili, huh? Yeah, codger chili would be good. Huh. Oh, there's someone's blowing a conch horn. Can hear one going. If you drink the beer, I find it gets a lot lighter. If you drink the beer, yes, the can gets lighter when it's empty. Absolutely, pilot, absolutely. Thank you, Woodbeach, putting up my PayPal link. Yeah, if anybody wants to contribute to the adventure, guys, we definitely need some funds still. Got to do some provisioning. We got to get some grocery shopping done. So if you're able to contribute, please do. A couple Baltic triple beers, guys. They have awesome beers here. Oh, cool. Okay. Captain the Chan Sailing Tarka is doing a piece on saving reefs. The channel Sailing Tarka. Oh, really? Okay, cool. Huh. Sailing Tarka. I'll have to try to check that out. Space shuttle would lighten also. Yes, it would. Yes, it would. So, oh, man. It is a pleasant evening out here this evening. If nothing else, I enjoy doing my live streams because it gets me away from my real estate work and my other stuff that I'm doing down below. You know, down below, I work all day. I mean, I'm going to show this to you guys. I work all day down in there. See how dark it is? I work down below, and when you live on a monohull, you have a dark boat. You really do. Even though during the daytime, it's a little bit lighter down there during the daytime. It's getting darker, obviously, right now because it's getting to be evening, but it's nice just to come on deck, up on deck, get some fresh air and some daylight. And I guess all those winters up there in Alaska, sitting in my cabin, I got kind of accustomed to sitting in the dark, you know, living in a dark world up in Alaska. This time of year, it's dark. It would get light around 10:30 in the morning and then start getting dark around 3:30 again. So, you know, we had about 5.5 hours of daylight, and the rest of the time it was just dark up there. Of course, in the summertime, it stayed light all the time. I mean, there's the offset, but, and in the wintertime, it'd get dark and stay dark, so. Space shuttle would lighten also. You okay, Carl? You seem a little uneasy right now. Billy, I got a lot of work to do, man. Yes, that is Billy Boy. I am sure of that, so. Cool pup, what's its name? This is Miss Lily. I'm on a sailboat called the Lily 2, and this is Miss Lily. Willie, there she is. There's my girl. She's focused on something over there. She's looking at the neighbor's boat. That boat over there had a boatload of babes in bikinis yesterday. I mean, an absolute boatload of babes on bikinis. I came up to cook my dinner, no, not last night, night before last. I came up to cook my dinner last night, and not last night, night before last, excuse me, and man, it was nice views over there. There was really nice views on that boat yesterday. That boat, by the way, is for sale. I saw somebody was saying something about trying to buy a boat. That boat's for sale. I think he wants $35,000 for it. I think it's a 35,000 or 35-foot boat. So I think that's what he was, 35, maybe 45. I don't remember, somewhere in that ballpark for that boat. Very nice boat. So you need to paint everything white down there. That would brighten things up. Yeah, well, it's wood down there mostly. So the running lights. What about the running lights? When you will get first commission, the part-time will help your pockets and frame of mind. It works for me. Yep. Lily is, she'll be 4 come October. This October, she'll be 4 years old. Is that right? She was born on 2015, October of 2015. 16, 17, 18. So, yeah, she'll be 4 this October, so. Did you say bikinis, Captain? Yeah, rejects, I did. My neighbor on that boat over there, that one, had a bunch of babes on bikinis on there. So, yeah, still very much a puppy. Absolutely still very, very much a puppy. She very much acts like a puppy still. Oh, don't you? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. So, what? What do you want? Huh? That's the equivalent of a dog hug. She just comes and slams her head down on me. Is that what you want? Huh? Huh? Is that what you want? You good girl? Now you can put it on my belly? Okay. Come on, dog, move. Move, dog. Yeah, not getting a lot of color in the... Oh yeah, she is a retrieving fool, man. Not getting a lot of color in the sunset this evening. It was pretty there for a little bit. I was hoping for some more refractive light coming up on the underside of the clouds, but we're really not seeing any of that. Maybe here in a little bit. We'll continue monitoring that and see if it changes. Sometimes it takes a little while for the sun to get down low enough to lighten up the underside of the clouds. Because that's always pretty cool in a sunset, I think. So, yeah, she is a beautiful dog. Thank you. Yep, and she sure had fun yesterday. It was raining yesterday when we went ashore. She got pretty wet raining, and then after that, she just went running around, playing in the puddles. It was kind of funny. So, okay. So, you know, Billy, if you're going to continue doing stuff like that, then my patience is wearing thin once again. You know you're already on thin ice. Just chill out. So how much hate are you to take? Yeah. She's filling out. Is she eating? Yeah, she's eating a ton, man. That's exercise. Good song, Codger. Yep. Okay, so whoop, wrong person. Old Codger still is in Nash. There you go. Yep. There you go. Enough of that. Sorry, guys. Sorry, Brother Martin. I tried, man. I tried. But sometimes trolls just got to be trolls. So you can deal with it for a little bit. Try to hold out that olive branch, you know. Oh well, it is what it is. So anyhow, kids. Oh man. Tomorrow we're walking out to the post office in the morning. I don't know what time. Simon and Garfunkel, yeah, good music there. Yep. In fact, I was thinking about Simon and Garfunkel while I was making my beef stew today. So, yep. Lily is a Mona Lily. Okay. Huh. Mona Lily, huh? Okay, I hadn't thought of that, but if you got nothing good to say, be quiet. There you go. Yep, we tried. So, yeah, I was thinking about Simon and Garfunkel today. I was yesterday while I was making my beef stew. You know, parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. So. I didn't use any parsley or rosemary or sage or thyme for that matter. Come to think of it, I didn't use any of those spices. I used oregano and basil, as our British friends say, basil. We use basil and oregano. Actually, I was kind of mad at myself because I could have gone over here to the cruisers garden and gotten all the free Thai basil I wanted. They have a whole bunch of Thai basil, a whole bunch of varieties of different basils. I could have gone over there and grazed through the garden and gotten all I wanted, but instead I bought some. So, am I going to Scarborough Fair? No. Disturbed version of that song is awesome. Okay. Kent, it is chilly. Yeah, you notice I got a little flannel thing on. I got long pants on. It is a little chilly. I actually have socks on today. So, yeah, the spices have gotten pretty bad. I don't know. I don't remember what brand I bought. It was like Uber or some brand name like that. One I've not seen before. But, you know, the container of oregano from them was $1.85. Whereas the other spice companies, the ones that I normally buy, the ones you've heard of before, they were like $5 and $6 for a bottle of oregano. This one company was $1.85, and the oregano was perfect. It was nice, fresh oregano. So, I mean, you know, it smelled perfectly good. It tasted wonderful. So, yeah, just sometimes you just got to shop, guys. Let's see, we got a little boat going by there. Heading out through the harbor. Let's see what the sunset's shaping up like. There's our sunset. Wind's blowing that direction. Huh. Can just start to see a little underlighting going on right over there. Just a little. Maybe we'll get a little better color here as this develops. We'll see. We'll keep monitoring it for you, kids. We'll keep monitoring for you and see if it gets any better than what we have right now. So anyhow, so me and the dog are doing fine. We're having a good day on the boat. We got a lot of work done today on the boat. We plan on getting a lot more done tomorrow. How to become part of the community garden. You go and help out, pull some weeds, contribute. That's all you got to do is contribute. So got Dollar Tree stores there. Yeah, I think there's a dollar store somewhere. So yeah, I think there's some there. So good band, and they do a lot for military and cops, huh? Yeah, well, I don't know about getting colder next weekend. It is supposed to warm up next couple of 3 days, and then we're gonna have another couple of days back down in the 60s and then back up in the 70s. But you know, I mean, people down here in Florida are you know, they're all freezing because they have to put socks on occasionally. I have socks on. I kind of enjoy having my socks on occasionally, but I must admit I'm getting kind of accustomed to going around everywhere with barefoot. Got to watch walking on concrete with bare feet though. Little known fact, and if any of you guys have ever been down here in Florida and you've walked on the sidewalks here and then your feet become very red and agitated, it's not because of the abrasion of the concrete, it's because they make concrete here out of coral. And there's a type of coral called fire coral. Fire coral will irritate your skin big time. And sometimes they grind up fire coral along with all the other corals and use that to make concrete. So as you walk across it barefoot, you might as well be walking across fire coral. It doesn't seem like it loses any of its toxicity once it's been, you know, ground and mixed into concrete and paved out and troweled out. It still irritates just as much. So you gotta be careful walking around bare concrete here barefoot because of the fact they use fire coral in the concrete. Hard-learned lesson that I learned many, many years ago when we came down here to get my wife and daughter certified in scuba. They learned that lesson the hard way. Made it very difficult for them to put their swim fins on with their feet all inflamed. Can you plant your own veggies in the community garden? Yeah, yes and no. You just have to coordinate with everybody else there. So please in the version whole shot talks about. Okay. Dollar Tree, Dollar General. Yeah, I'm sure something like that here, old codger. Dollar Tree is really Dollar Spice, etc. Okay, cool. Cool. Hope is worn next year. Hope is worn next year. Not sure what that is. 22 degrees snow in Denver. Should be happy with what you got. Oh, Mary, I am very happy with what I got. Absolutely thrilled. At my son's house this morning, he had 4 below. I was only 2 below, so I guess I was twice as hot. There you go. Yeah, you were twice as hot. Yeah, I'm not complaining at all here, Mary. I'm not complaining one iota. I'm just factual, giving up information. I think it's great down here. You know, I'm not up in Alaska shoveling 5 feet of snow. I'm not out having to walk behind my snowblower every day. I'm not cutting and splitting firewood and keeping the wood stove going all day. I don't have to deal with any of that stuff, and I am not missing the white plague at all. At all. I am glad to not have to deal with that anymore. So, nope, very comfortable sitting here in the cockpit of my boat, enjoying a beer and talking to my good friends. It's always fun to do that. So, So with that said, cheers to you guys. So you don't have to shovel rain. No, you don't. Nope, don't have to shovel rain at all. Well, you see, now it rained here on Sunday, and I gotta love a man who's twice as hot. I got up Sunday morning and went and loaded Miss Lily in the dinghy, and she and I left the boat. We were halfway to the marina when the skies opened up. In fact, I hadn't even brought with me a bag. I usually, when it's, you know, threatening rain, I usually have a Ziploc bag in my pocket so I can store my phone and my wallet in a Ziploc bag. Didn't have one with me. I started pouring down. It was pouring down so hard, I reached into the little fishing tackle cooler that I keep on the dinghy, and I pulled out a poop bag. I have a couple plastic bags for cleaning, you know, picking up Miss Lily's poop when I walk her. I had one left over from before, so I stuck my phone and wallet inside the clean poop bag. It hadn't been used yet. So, but I got soaking wet, the dog got soaking wet, and then sure enough, by the time we got done walking her and then got ready to come back here to the boat, it quit raining. So, but we got soaked. We got absolutely soaked taking her for a walk. So, but you know, that's what's nice. It was so warm here. Even though it was pouring rain, I didn't mind because it was so warm. There you can see a little bit of color there, sort of the sky. It's clearing up a little bit. Actually, it looks like those clouds are moving this way. I don't know what that cloud's doing. Great big cloud there. I don't know if it's coming at us or moving away from us. Hard to tell. There you can see a little bit of color in the evening, a little sliver of red. Tells us going to have a good night tomorrow night, or tomorrow. Red sky at night, sailor's delight. Red sky in morning, sailors take warning. It's a red sky tonight, so. Anyhow. That's what the harbor's shaping up like, so. Lily, go lay down. Go on. You're just in the way. Yes, you are. You're just in the way. I know you're adorable, but you're in the way. This is the, but I'm so cute, look. Lily, I know you're adorable, but you're in the way. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Oh, man, you just can't hate her, you know? You just can't do it. Do you miss the moose hunting in Alaska? I hear they got monster mooses up there. There are monster mooses up there. No, I don't miss that at all. I read a book called Dog Girl. I bet her parents were so supportive. Yeah, well, if you read a book called Dog Girl, then you know my daughter's version of what went on. All I can tell you is it was pretty biased, but you know, I don't know how many young girls have parents who fund their 50-dog sled dog kennel to the tune of $1,000 a month for dog food alone. Forget the vet bills, the pickup truck, the dog trailer, and moving up to Alaska, etc., etc., etc. She doesn't talk about any of that kind of stuff in her book. For those of you guys interested, my daughter Lacey wrote a book called Dog Girl, all about her misadventures as a sled dog musher, where apparently I'm to blame for everything that was wrong in her life. But oh well, you know, what the hell. I just supported and paid for everything for her entire life, 22 years. But that's a hard subject. Let's move on to something more positive. Oh man, let's see. Okay, I'm going back to the chat. Doesn't have built-in exercise anymore, is what you're saying, ... Well, Mary, that's true. That was all built-in exercise, but I get plenty of exercise now, my daily walks, and better exercise, actually. Woodbeast was not able to watch the moon last night. We got cloud cover came in. We had clear skies till like just as it was about to start, and then the clouds came in and covered it up, so we were not able to watch any of it. So just the way it was. So Anyhow, lots of cool pics. Oh, you got yeah, I've seen lots of photos and stuff up on social media and stuff, but anyhow, you spent a lot of dollars on her. Boat user, I did. Yep, hundreds of thousands of dollars actually I spent supporting my daughter. Oh, did you give up on swimming for now? No, Maria. I just been cold and been busy. I just haven't had a chance to get in the water. I do need to get in the water. I want to get in and work on cleaning the bottom. I've got my dive skin pulled out, which is a rash guard. It's like a onesie for adults. To protect me from the man-o-wars there's some Portuguese man-o-wars here in the harbor right now. So, you know, we're just having to be very careful what we do. But no, I'm going to get in. I want to start scrubbing the bottom of the boat again and get that cleaned up. But it has not been a priority right now. Right now, my priority is earning money. That is my priority. So, and that's going to take a while. I was looking at my records from 2015. I got my license and got going somewhere around mid-February, and I didn't see my first commission check until almost July. So I mean, it takes a while for things to get going. So it just takes a while. It's the nature of the business. It just takes time for things to get going. I've been here now not even 60 days yet. So if I get my first commission in the next 5 months, I'm doing great. So old rejects, I didn't shoot any big moose up there, and really I didn't even see much in the way of big moose up there. So for her dream, only positive to you. Yeah, I definitely spent a bunch of money feeding her dream. Thank you for your kind perspective on that, boat user. I appreciate that. Get those guys that clean bottoms. Yeah, I could. I meant for exercise also. Yes. Yeah. No, I agree, Murray. I have been getting my daily, I go for my daily walk every day. I actually have an app for that tells me if I walk 9,000 paces, if I walk 9,000 paces, I'm going to lose my weight and get in the shape I want to be in. That's fine. So I'm walking for health right now. If I walk over to Publix and back, that's 9,000 steps, about 2.5 miles. So anyhow, kids, as you can tell, it's getting pretty dark here. We're running out of light. So real estate thing will get going for you. Don't worry. Oh, I know it will. I know it will. It's just a matter of putting in the dues, putting in the time. So here you can see the harbor kind of lit up a little bit behind me. See all the boats brightly lit up. Kind of neat. So anyhow, kids, I'm going to have to go ahead and end this because we're running out of daylight. It's getting hard to see anything. Be good, be careful, take good care of one another. Remember, in the description down below, there's a link to my PayPal, as well as it's been listed here in the comments a couple of times. If you can contribute, that'd be great. I really appreciate it. If not, well, that's okay too. So anyhow, we'll have more for you tomorrow, kids. Good night, everybody. Have a good evening, and thanks for watching. So.